Hello and welcome to 1% Wednesday. I'm Joe Ferraro. Thank you so much for being here. A brand new podcast every Sunday, a short note every Wednesday, and an original video. These videos are usually a little bit shorter. Today I want to go just a little bit longer to tell you one of my favorite stories. And this is a story about your expectations and your journey versus someone else close to you's journey. If you think about it, you have your own journey in mind. You have where you want to be. And sometimes for our loved ones and people close to us, we want them to be on the journey with us. But a big reminder is that it's their journey. And I don't think this has ever hit home with me more than when I think about my son's baseball career. And I should say he's now retired, he's 8 years old, and his baseball career is gone. He played 3 seasons, 2 fall, 1 spring, and ultimately with a cupcake in his trophy, he resigned. And I've never looked back, but I want to tell you about the time where I knew the season and his career was over. I went to a game, he had his own coaches, and I didn't want to get involved. I wanted to be the coach that was far away, just enjoying it. So I was up the third base line. Here we are live at Joey's second to last fall game. He looks like he wants to test the wind here by dropping a little dirt. See if it blows left to right. There he is, number 15, Dave Hollins. Philadelphia Phillies wore number 15. Reminds me a little bit of Joey. Checks the terrain, checks in with the elements. Yep, there it is. There's the piece that we want to get for later. That's going to make its way into the back pocket, I believe. No, he throws it high, and there it goes. Back to live action. We had a foul ball. Joey checks in with the coach. Hey, coach, how's it going? What'd you have for breakfast? Yep, me, I had Nutella with a little bit of cinnamon sugar, homemade. Here comes the pitch. Oh, Joey is checking the dirt. He is good. He peeks right, checks the vision, checks the hair. He's looking stylish. And now he is set. Yes, the crossover, back down, up and back down, up and inspect, and we're good. Foul ball, the head snaps right. Checks in with the head coach. Let's check to the right here, nothing going on. Okay. And ready for action here. Right now he's playing the outfield, but he's in a modified shift. There seems to be a play at second. He's in exactly the right place to back it up. I love that. Check the palm of the glove. Get a little dirt in there. Make sure the pocket's nice and oiled up. That thing's a basket. Check the teammates to the left and right. They're in the right place. And back down. Let's check out the terrain. See if this is what we need it to be. We are used to a certain quality of field. Look at the way he wears the uniform, folks. I love it. That's my son. I love him. Joey's playing second base. Hey, Daddy played second base on a national championship team. This is big time. This is what you dream about. My dad hugged me at the mound after beating a major league pitcher in a championship game. My son's playing second base. He might as well have had my number on. He has my name, my father's name. This is going to be the greatest story ever told. Ground ball to second base, a little 4-3 action. Joey's 5 years old. He reaches out. He looks it in. He feels a ground ball. This is the first time I've seen all year. The glove may have not have been broken in, but we don't worry about that. All year I never saw a 5-year-old field the ground ball. He funnels it. He picks it up and gets into throwing position. This is going to be the first clean out in the history of Little League Baseball, and my son's involved. He goes to pick it up, he squares his shoulders, and he goes to throw the perfect strike to first base. When he goes to throw it, the ball goes backwards. The ball went backwards into right center field. The cigar that I had in my hand, the victory light up. I'm putting out cigars. Parents are cursing me out off to the sidelines. Tears are coming down my face as I know this is not a great moment. I try to stay calm. The ball's in right center field. Joey seems not at all urgent to go get it. Well, the game goes by. He doesn't seem nearly as upset as his father. I kept it in. I get to the car, and I remember the important words a parent is supposed to say. The words that no parent ever said to us. When you get into the car with your son or daughter, you're supposed to say this: I love watching you play. I love watching you play. 5 words change everything. I never heard those words, but I said them. I said, Joey, I love watching you play. And then I waited, and he seemed happy, and he was eating his cupcake, and things were good. And then I couldn't leave well enough alone. I had to say, hey, man, I have one question for you. I saw where you fielded that ground ball. It was beautiful. But here's the question I had. When you went to make the throw, it kind of went away from you a little bit. It didn't go in the direction you were looking for. And then I noticed you were pointing to your hand and talking to one of the 33 coaches on the field. And he smiled and he said, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I said, hey man, what happened there? He goes, well, I had my rock collection in my hand and I didn't want to spill it. And I nearly drove off the road and said, I'm sorry, you had your what? Well, I had my rock collection in my hand and I was holding it with 3 fingers, so I only had 2 fingers to throw with. Part of me wanted to explode. Part of me was dying laughing, and part of me understood why he couldn't make a throw with 2 fingers. He was worried about his geology collection on the field and not the throw. And in that moment, which I'll hold with me forever, I knew that this was a kid with other priorities, other places to be. He doesn't care about winning a national championship. He doesn't care about being on the 8-year-old all-star team. His journey does not include baseball. So if you would have asked me in college, I would have said I would have married an athletic girl. We would have tied his right arm behind his back and made him be a left-handed pitcher. And we would have just, this is going to be the future. It doesn't work that way. I married a beautiful athletic girl. We both played college sports. We didn't tie his hand together, so don't get nervous. But the reality is this. Joey's not going to play baseball. And here's my challenge for you today. When you think of your journey and you think of your loved ones around you, do you try to make them come on your journey, or are you aware of the fact that they have their own journey? If I'm thinking of the mindset of daily improvement, I want to challenge you today to think about this. It's your journey over here, and it's his or her journey here. What can you do today to get 1% better at letting him or her journey dictate where you go? That's my story. I knew my son wasn't a baseball player, but I'm 100% on his journey. Thank you guys for being on my journey. Every Sunday with a brand new podcast, every Wednesday a short original video. Today we went a little longer. I hope it does something for you. I hope it makes you 1% better.